Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for January 2026, Taurus. Get you some good shuffles in here, Taurus, and welcome to the I Am the Monad Tarot channel. All right, Taurus. Get you some good shuffles. Once again, Taurus, January 2026 for Taurus. All right, Taurus, will give you a nice three-way split here. One shuffle for Taurus. We'll begin your reading. Taurus, let's get into it. All right. I don't know, Taurus, are you in fear of something right now? Okay. I feel like something might be scaring you, okay, frightening you, okay? Some kind of hold on. A concern you have, okay? And I'm hearing, and it's major, okay? You have a major concern. I don't know, Taurus, are you homeless? Are you going to be homeless without a home? Like you don't want to be kicked out, evicted. Okay. You're about to lose something. Okay. And you know you're about to lose. This is what you're in fear of. Dire straits, I'm hearing. Okay. I don't know, Taurus, maybe someone has lied about you and put you in a situation where you might lose. I'm hearing like your home, but more so I heard like your property. Okay. Something that you own. Okay. Is this a house that you own? You about to lose your home, your house? I'm hearing it's not just my house, okay? It's my wherewithal. I'm hearing like my new beginnings, okay? Whatever you felt your new beginnings was, maybe this house, okay? But I'm hearing like I don't have it anymore, okay? Like so you were doing well, okay? I feel like you were financially abundant, okay? I don't know, Taurus, you might let the wrong energies in your life or had some bad energy, some nuisances. Okay, and people that were energies here that were a nuisance to you. Okay, maybe just just eating off everything you had, taking maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. Can I borrow a little bit here, a little bit there? Before you know it, you're without. Okay, so busy trying to finance. I'm hearing like everyone else in their dream, their abundance. Okay, trying to take care of others. Okay, instead of taking care of yourself first. And I'm hearing like you knew you didn't have it. Okay, you knew you didn't have a lot to give. At least maybe what these people thought. I wonder, did you win the lottery or some shit and maybe had some money and people started eating off of that? Or if they just saw that you had purchased a home, okay, and they felt like, well, Taurus got it. Taurus got the money. Taurus can help us out, okay. Yeah, I feel like you may even have people coming up in your home, okay, trying to live off of you, squat in your home, okay, and just take your abundance. The type of shit where, they just come up in your house. Let me stay here for a couple of days, this, that, and other. I'm your brother, I'm your cousin, I'm your sister, we related, I'm your best friend, blah, 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 that type of thing. Okay, but wasn't doing shit to contribute. Okay, weren't paying their own way, just wanted to lay up for a few days here, a few days there, and maybe even kind of started to guilt trip you into, you need to give us some money. Okay, you got it, right? This is the kind of energy I saw for in terms of they see you. Well, hold on, please. I don't know. Maybe they see you as a mama energy. Okay. Yeah, just did that, honey. And I don't feel like this was be. It might have been a situation where people were coming in, one at a time. Okay. And then started coming in 2 by 2, 4 by 4. Okay. And staying up in there. Okay. In your crib. Okay, I'm hearing your journey, like invading your journey. But I also feel like you let them, and you might have done it out of guilt. Like, I have it. They don't. But you didn't have it like that to be fitting the bill for everybody. They ate your food. Okay, I heard something about clothes. So did they, invade your closet, wear your clothes and all of that type of thing? Okay. But anyway, they were taking from you, stealing from you. Okay. For some reason, these people may see you as like a mama. Okay. Or, wanted to treat you like that. And I'm almost, I'm feeling like they even had this attitude towards you, like you were, like they were entitled, like you owed them this. Okay. Or like you couldn't say no. Like I feel like it may have been family. Okay. Stepping up in your crib. I'm hearing you bought a house. Taurus done bought a house, y'all. You know how that is. Okay. The things that people think mean you're rich. Okay. Or you got it like that. It's amazing. Okay. You have to be your own independent self to be able to say, yeah, I may have bought a house, but I ain't about for all y'all to just come up in here and lay up in here and eat all my food and wear my clothes and just constantly ask me for money and I contribute. Okay. You need to go have your own. Some people have a hard time doing that because depending on who they are, if they are family, you don't want them talking bad about you and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, whether them talk, what's going to be, them talk bad about you or them take all your shit to the point where now you about to lose your house. Okay, your wherewithal, I'm hearing, all your abundance. I feel like everything that you work for. Okay, obviously. All right, these are energies, same shit. They don't want to look at themselves. Okay? They don't want to clean up their act. They don't want to clean up their own life. Okay. But at the same time, these be the kind of people, okay, you want to come in here and lay up in my shit and eat up all my fucking food and not contribute and have some excuse for why you can't contribute, but then I see you come in the house, with the latest, most expensive shoes on or clothes and all of that type of thing. Stunting on them. Okay. But you can't, even if I'm not asking you to give me any money to stay here, you need to buy your own food. You can't just eat me out of house and home. Okay, especially if you have a family. Okay, and you have children and whatnot. They ain't care about your children. They care nothing about your children. Okay, what they had and didn't have. It's a shame the kind of world we live in right now. People just not caring about people. Okay, they just want what you have. But once again, that's the kind of energies these are here. Okay. And they're not going, if you think that, see, you might have thought that they would change, they would grow, okay? Or maybe they see I did it, maybe, they'll see that they can do it too. These people are not going to grow, they're not going to change. They're going to just continue to eat you out of house and home. Okay. Well, now you're at a point where you're in fear that you're about to lose your home. And I'm hearing you are. Okay. They done put you out in the cold. Okay, it's wintertime. Okay. I don't know where you are, but if you're in the states where it gets cold, okay, in parts of the world where it gets cold, that's exactly where you're about to be. But guess who you're going to be with? None of them. None of them will be with you. Okay, you're going to be alone. Okay. And I do see that putting you in this type of situation here, it's going to have you in a saddened state, in a depressed state, not just because now, I might be homeless. Okay. I'm hearing something about in a place of hostility. Okay. These people are hostile. Okay. They have a hostile energy towards you. So that might have been why you felt like you had to do it. You had to let them in. Okay. But they're not going to give you a place to stay. If you gave them, come on in, you need a place to stay, come on in, even though you ain't doing a motherfucking thing but stealing from me and taking from me and siphoning off me everything that I have, everything that I built, everything that I worked for. Okay, you're not contributing at all. You think I owe you this. You have a sense of entitlement. If I say something, then you're going to, damn near want to slit my throat and all of that type of shit. They're not going to be with you. Okay, in this situation, with you about to lose your home, they're not by your side. And they're not going to be by your side. It's going to be like shit. And these are the type of energies I feel like who would laugh at you. Okay. Oh, Taurus thought they was all that. They bought that house. Okay. Who they think they is. Okay. Now look at that motherfucking ass over there homeless. Okay. Begging and asking people for a place to stay. Okay. Acting like she or he, whatever you are, was over there taking care of us. Okay. Just because she let me stay there, he let me stay there, that don't mean nothing. The blub, the blub, the blub, blub, blub. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's keep going, Taurus. Okay. And I am hearing, okay, and I'm saying, but I'm hearing, I'm sorry this is happening to you. Okay. You didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve to be treated like this. Okay. By your own kind. I'm hearing special, like a special kind of people, not in a good way. You know, remember they talk about that little yellow bus. Okay. Hearts are cold. Yeah. That's exactly what they did. Okay. And honestly, Taurus, I feel like this might have even been calculated. I mean, I don't want to say they got to dinner one night, had a meeting, and said, this is how we going to break, Taurus, and who they think they is. They done bought that house over there and whatnot, so we going to go in, and just wreck Taurus's world. I'm not saying they had a meeting. Okay. You never know nowadays, though. Some people might do just that. But what I mean is, it was like, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't just, oops. I wish I could have gave you more money, or I wish I could have gave you some money, but I was really in dire straits, and I'm so sorry about this, Taurus. No, it was just the attitude of who these Taurus think they are. Okay, and we're going to break Taurus. By the time we break Taurus, Taurus ain't going to have shit. Taurus ain't going to have nowhere to go. Okay, because who they think they is. Okay, and they brought more people and more people. They might have even had friends coming in. Okay, they just going to stay one night, Your new beginnings. I'm hearing you. They want to steal your new beginnings. Okay, this house for you was a new beginning. Okay, and they want to steal it and take it, but this was a slow process. I don't feel like they just came in right away and within a year or, within a few months or whatever, it was all torn apart. No, this happened over an extended period of time. Okay, to the point where maybe at first you thought, okay, just a little bit. I can handle it. And then here we are, maybe 3 or 4 years later, the same shit. They did not grow. They didn't change. Okay. They just came in doing the same thing over and over again. And now what you worked for is being taken from you. Not just your house. Like you said, your wherewithal. This is what I heard. My wherewithal. Your wherewithal. Okay. And I'm hearing everything that meant something to you. They purposely came in to cut this down, to take this away from you, to steal this from you so that you wouldn't have it. Okay. And so the only memories that you have of having this house, okay, and your new beginnings, okay, are not good ones. Okay. I'm hearing something about false pride. Okay. They want to tell you your false pride. So you probably were proud of the work that you've done, what you had built for yourself, maybe of the money you saved up for yourself, bought you a house, possibly a nice car, all of that type of thing. Okay. And they're looking at it, you're proud of yourself in a positive way, and they're looking at it like, that's fake. They just think they better than us. We gonna steal that from Taurus. Taurus ain't gonna have shit by the time we done. And this is exactly what they did. Okay. You need to allow yourself, Taurus. Okay. I'm hearing to speak up. I'm hearing a word. I gotta look it up before I say it. Yeah. I heard you need to speak up vehemently. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Vehemently, okay, and boldly, okay, and courageously, okay, and tell these people how you feel. Now, I'm not saying, go start no big fights, motherfucker. I know what the fuck you was doing. I know all that kind of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass. No, okay, but you need to be courageous enough. In other words, basically, to stand up for yourself. That's what you need. Okay. With courage. Okay. I'm hearing impossibility. I'm not quite sure how that fits. Impossibility. Stand up for yourself. Be courageous. Speak your piece. You have a right to. Okay. Being kind and nurturing and loving is great, but this went beyond that. Okay, because you have to be kind. You got to take care of yourself first, because now don't nobody have nowhere to go. Well, you don't have nowhere to go. You don't have your home. Okay, you're about to lose your home. Okay, sometimes we have to balance that out. Okay, and draw boundaries. Okay, and for those who can't accept our boundaries, that's okay. Okay, the harsh words, you have to know when it's gaslighting and manipulation. Okay, to not allow it to penetrate, and you absorb it, and it destroy you to the point where now it ends up being self-destruction in every way, because you have allowed them to continue to bite off of you and steal from you. Okay, you have to protect yourself. Okay, and put your guard up. Okay, when it's necessary. Okay, and be careful with that. Okay, because I heard a statement made. It's people often want to tell you, you take your guard down. Excuse me. Your name is, and especially people that tell you to take your guard down, but then then insult you in the same sentence. They basically let you know that no, you definitely need to keep your guard up with them. Okay, but no, you don't need to take anything down. You need to protect yourself. Okay, and you need to do these things with balance. Okay, maybe once or twice you can come in, or here are the ground rules. You can come in and stay here. You need a place to stay. But your ass, if you don't have a job, your ass gonna have to have a job by such and such date. And if you do not, you have to leave. Okay. Or you can come in and stay here, but you have to buy your own food. My refrigerator is off limits to you. Okay. You can come in, but you need to buy make sure you have your own soap. Okay, toothbrush and toothpaste, and wash your own clothes. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Sure, be open to those that you love, but at the same time, there are ground rules, there are boundaries. No, you can't just come in and just eat me up out of house and home and never contribute. Okay, two different things. Don't let nobody gaslight you and try to play mind games with you because they just want to get in to what's yours, really to take what's yours. You are in charge of what's yours. Nobody else. People telling you let your guard down. They are not in charge of what's yours. So when the shit hit the fan, that same person, well, you should listen to yourself, or they just gonna be gone. No. Okay. All right. All right. So once again, protect yourself, protect your home, protect those that you love, protect those you bought that house for. Even if it's just you. If you're a single person, your children, okay, spouse, okay, dog, cat, whatever. Okay. So now you don't feel like you have a failure, and that what you worked so hard for your family, for your home and whatnot, that you failed because now you have all that extra heavy emotional weight that's unnecessary. Okay. Or simply you don't have to even put up no contract and say this is what you gotta do. You can just simply say no, I'm sorry. Okay. And people gonna say all type of shit. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody has a right to feel however they choose to feel. Okay. And moving on. Right. And now it's just like, I feel like you may feel like, just, I feel like this is something that you possibly dreamed of doing for yourself. Okay. It's like your dream came true only for it to be dried up like a raisin in the goddamn sun. Okay. Shit gone. Okay. And over with. Okay. And now you may feel, hopeless. Like you don't know what to do. Okay. But I do want to say here, okay, it's not over, Taurus. Okay. You can build for yourself again. I am hearing. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, oh, nay. I don't know why. But okay, and build a world for yourself again and for your home again in abundance again. Okay. Um, but just be aware that what's yours here and what you built for yourself, it ain't for the whole entirety of everybody. Okay. Just because they say so. People have agendas and shit. They ain't going to tell you. I mean, negative ones. And they're not going to tell you that. Of course not. Okay. They want you to think and believe that they're good and righteous. And they would never do that to you. We couldn't. We brother and sister. And etc. etc. Okay. And I don't know if you haven't lost this home yet. Maybe this is what the world card in reverse is saying. It's not over. You can still do it what's necessary. I don't know, the banks or whoever you're talking to, maybe you can work something out where you can keep your home. Okay. And I certainly hope that you can, if you haven't lost it yet. Okay. And when you do, yeah, you can love. You need a place to say, okay, here's my ground rules. And if you aren't out, don't they have this law or whatever, where if people don't leave, or if they've been there for a certain amount of time, then legally they can say they can end up squatting there legally or whatever. Then what you do, you find out what that date is, how long that is. So if say it's 3 months, you let them know by the middle of the second month, if you don't have this shit together, by then you have to leave. So that legally you can kick them out. You understand what I'm saying? Do it before the 3-month mark or whatever it is. A good enough amount of time before that mark. So you ain't in no situation where I can't get this motherfucker out of my house legally. All right. We're pulling here from the Art of War Oracle deck. Sun Tzu said, to fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Okay. Only engage in conflict when all other alternatives have been exhausted. That's what I say. Put that shit together, so that it don't get to that point where you have to this conflict. Okay, a month and a half. It's time you haven't done. Okay. 911, Mr. Police Officer. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Well, 911, Mr. Police Officer. Okay, you have to leave now. Okay, these was the rules. You agreed to them. You signed it. You signed this paper that I drew up that can hold up in the court of law. Okay, etc., etc. All right. Fighting is one way to achieve something, but it is never the best way. In all relationships, in all situations, there are alternatives to conflict in which there are no real winners. Sun Tzu proposes the use of deterrence, strategy, alliances, negotiation, and even making friends with your enemies. These are examples of supreme excellence in negotiation through life. I certainly hope that resonated with some Taurus. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment. Come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot. All right, you all have favor. Peace.